stand me up straight. I don't want to be limping. Let go of me. Let me stand on my own accord. So Hassan alayhi salam would say, oh father, you are injured. We don't mind taking you inside. He said, no, I don't want to see my Zainab to see me in this state. I don't want my daughter to see the blood pouring down from my head. That was the first point. The second, he said also, oh my companions, I want you guys to leave. Why? Because when Zainab sees me in this state, I know she will cry. And when Zainab cries, Ali cannot bear it that you, my ashab, my beloved companions, for Zainab's voice to reach your ears. I don't want that. And we said, O Amirul Mu'mineen, this same Zainab, yes, she didn't see your face at that time, but she saw the face of Abu Abdullah, didn't she? She saw the head of her brother mutilated and cut from his shoulders, raised upon a spear and taunted all the way from Karbala to Kufa to Sham. And O Ali, you did not want your companions to hear your Zainab's voice, yet this same Zainab stood in the court of Yazid al-La'in and she was speaking to a drunkard. So what happened? Abu Hassan entered into the home. All his family members came close. Everybody saw the state of their father. The children began crying. Al-Baneen began crying. Ahlul Bayt was in a state of mourning until they placed Amir al-Mu'mineen on the bed and all his family gathered together. As soon as Imam al-Hassan came, he looked at Amir al-Mu'mineen and he started to cry. The moment Imam Hassan cried, Imam Ali said, oh my son Hassan, everything is okay. You don't need to cry. Have some patience. It's okay. Then Abu Abdullah cried. And he said, no Hussein, don't cry. Oh my beloved son, have some patience. Don't cry. Abu Fadl Abbas began crying. Imam Ali said, oh my son Abbas, oh my loyal son Abbas, don't cry. But if you read about the narrations of the death of Amir al-Mu'mineen, you'll see that the moment Zainab and Kulthum began crying towards Amir al-Mu'mineen, he didn't turn around and say, Zainab, don't cry. He didn't say, oh Kulthum, don't cry. The narrations mention the moment his daughters began to cry. At that moment, Imam Ali himself began to cry. And he cried with his daughters. Why? Because a father has a very soft spot in his heart for his daughters. So he sees Zainab, he sees Kulthum crying, he begins to cry himself. Sayyidah Zainab comes forward, she says, oh father, I heard the hadith from Salama, wife of the Prophet. I just want you to confirm if this hadith is authentic. He says, oh my daughter, what is it? She says, Salama told me that Hussein will be killed in Karbala. Is this true, oh father? So Amir al-Mu'mineen says, Ya Zainab, Ya Binti, not only will he be killed, but you will also be present in Karbala. You will witness the death of your brother Abu Abdullah. And not only that, Ya Zainab, you will be taken as a prisoner for Bani Umayyah, and you will be paraded through the streets of this same Kufa that you are now comfortably living in. What did they do to Zainab? If you look at the maqtal that was written aftermath of Karbala, you will see that when Sayyidah Zainab entered into Sham, the majority of the people of Sham didn't know who this Qafila was. They didn't know who these people were. So when they asked, who are these people? They said, these are people who have rebelled against the government. They are people, not Ali ibn Abi Talib. No, they didn't mention him at first. It was simple rebellers, just people who have, gone against Islam. So people began to throw rocks at Zainab. People began to throw whatever they had in their hands at Zainab, until one woman came forward and she says, I have just been told that this woman in the middle, her name is Zainab bint Ali. She is Zainab, the daughter of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the same Ali that killed our forefathers in Uhud, in Badr, in Khandaq. So if you want to take revenge for your ancestors, strike Zainab. Imam Zainul Abidin would say that at this moment, I looked towards my aunt Zainab. What did I see? I seen a woman poking Zainab in the waist with a spear. I saw a woman pouring boiling water over Zainab. I seen a woman come and throw rocks at the face of Zainab. So Amir al-Mu'mineen was preparing his daughter, oh Zainab, this same Kufa will betray you just as they have betrayed me. And then finally, the Imam began giving his last will, his wasiyah. What did he do? He took the hands of everybody and he placed them into the hands of Hassan alayhi salam. He says, Muhammad ibn Hanafiya, give your oath of allegiance to Hassan. Everybody give your oath of allegiance to Hassan. At that moment, Baneen comes forward. She says, oh Ali, has my Abbas done anything to offend you? Oh Ali, everybody's given the allegiance to Hassan, but you haven't called Abbas. Has my Abbas done something wrong? At that moment, he would say, oh al-Baneen, Abbas does not give allegiance to Hassan at this moment. Abbas gives allegiance to Hussein. He took the hands of Abbas and he placed them into the hands of Hussein. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Wa sayyidu alladhina zalamu wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi.